Hello and welcome to She Boss Talk. I am Shantae Alrighty. Come on in. We're on today to talk about the Shuttered live venue grants that are being administered by the SBA. This is a new grant program. I will also be providing a few updates regarding the targeted EIDL grants as well. So we're going to allow people to come on in, give them some time. As you're coming in, again, just let me know who you are, where you're hailing from, what your business is. We do definitely want to take the time out before we get started just to acknowledge and celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This is his birthday today that we're celebrating the sacrifices that he gave his life for the movement to ensure that we move closer to a world where everyone is equal and have equal opportunities to live out their dreams. So I definitely encourage you today to take this day, if you don't know about him, to learn about him and others that have made an impact on history, and also to use your time, your skills, your knowledge, your abilities to provide service as well. Because it takes all of us to create change and to make this world a better place to live in. So again, we celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Today. And do also, as you're coming on, just let me know, what you're doing to celebrate Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday today. I know a lot of us have the day off. I'm an entrepreneur, so I can take as much time as I want. Okay. If you're coming on, thank you all for tuning in. Do subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We're almost to 20,000 subscribers. We always have some type of giveaway when we reach our next milestone. Do hit the notification button so that you're aware of every time we go live here, because with these stimulus programs, they're rolling out relatively quickly. So really, we're monitoring every hour for the latest updates. So you definitely want to make sure that you are connected so that you stay in the know, so that you can take quick action. Do please share out this broadcast. Again, this is grants are free money for your business. We already know there's a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners that don't know that these programs exist. So we need as many of you all to know as possible. So do share with your, across your social media channels, wherever you are. Do give this a thumbs up so more people see this as well. If you're viewing on Facebook, do hit that love button. We definitely appreciate that. So I'm just going to start out. Again, this is for the Shuttered live venue grants. This is a new grant program that is administered through the SBA. This is part of the larger $900 billion stimulus that was passed back on December the 27th, 2020. And part of that authorized the SBA to administer $15 billion worth of Shuttered live venue grants for small businesses that fit in this particular category. But before I get into that, really quickly, just want to mention EIDL. Okay, so a lot of you all have asked me about the EIDL grants that are soon to be announced. They're coming out. They're about to be rolled out. Another program which is administered through the SBA. The SBA is actually updating their website right now, so you can see information regarding the Shuttered live venue grants on their website. Is hyperlinked with the detailed summary about the program and what makes you eligible. However, they have not opened up the portal because, again, we're anticipating today or in the next couple of days that there will be an official announcement by the SBA regarding both of these new grant programs that are available. You will also see the targeted EIDL there. It is not hyperlinked because they are still working on providing that guidance. But once that is there, they will have a hyperlink, I'm sure, with the application form that is included. I already stated previously that they will be updating the application portal for the EIDL program, so you can look for updates on that. So as always, please, if you have questions, please note them in the comments. I'll try to answer as many while I'm live, and then I'll follow up for any that I don't get to. Now, this is a lot of information, so really pay attention. This is the Shuttered live venue grants. This applies to you if you are a live venue operator, a live venue, a promoter, right? Operator, promoter, any theatrical producers, live performers, art organization operators, museum, specific museums and libraries are included in this. It's not all museums and all libraries. So there's specific ones that I'm researching which ones those are that are qualified for this particular grant. Any motion picture theater. So basically your theaters, right, that you go to on a regular basis to see a movie. We all know that all of them close and some of them still remain closed. And those that are open are still very limited in the capacity that they are accepting to be able to see shows. So there has been a lot of loss within the live venues industry. Any talent representatives? Now, I know talent representatives, right? I know you, not just in LA, but if you are in California, anywhere, and you have a live venue, performance arts, you represent live acts, comedians. So I'm gonna go into detail about what those consist of, but I'm just going to give you an overview right now. $20 billion of the $15 billion is set aside for those that meet the qualifications that have 50 employees or less. There's $2 billion set aside for you. Now, if in the event people don't apply, because we already know people don't apply because they don't know about these programs, don't know that they qualify. If this is you and the money is set aside and there's any remaining, it will then be opened up to the greater, to everyone else that is qualified for this grant. But that is set aside for 50 employees or less. Now, the initial grants of up to 10 million. Okay. This is amazing. Okay, so this grant is going to provide equal to 40% of the growth of your growth. So if you meet this the qualifications up to, right, equal to 40% of your gross revenues. Okay, now up to $10 million. Okay. So we know these live venues made a lot of money when they were in operation in 2019. So up to $10 million grants. Okay. Please let me know that you heard me in that amount that I said. So up to $10 million grants to eligible persons or entities and supplemental grants. That means in addition to, right, equal to 50% of the initial grant that you receive for your business. Okay, if you haven't shared this out already, please do share this out. This is not money you want to miss out on if you fit into this particular category. When they first roll it out in the first 14 days, the money is going to go, the applications will be opened up to, and the money will go to those that experience 90% loss in gross revenues. Okay. Then the next 14 days, the next ones that are eligible are those that sustain 70% decrease in revenues over 2019. So again, all of these programs are looking for you all to determine, look at my hair, okay, to be able to see that you have had a decrease in revenues between 2019 and 2020. That's why it's important that you have your financial statements. So first 14 days, you had to have received a loss of 90% or greater. The next 14 days, 70% or greater to be able to have your application put through. Okay. For this program, there will be enhanced oversight. We know there was fraud and other issues with the SBA programs. So there will be increased oversight, and the SBA will be responsible to report to the Senate and House Small Business Committee on this program within the first 45 days of enactment, once they provide the guidance and start rolling out this particular program. So again, if you're just now tuning in, this is the Shuttered live venue grants that we are discussing right now, equal to 40% of your gross revenues of 2019 and up to $10 million. So let's take a closer look. I want to give you some more information regarding this information. So what I just gave you was an overview. but I want to know, let you know again what you can expect and how you know if you qualify. So first, let's talk about the live venues and the operators, performance artists, and how you qualify for this. So category 1 is the live venue operators or promoters, theatrical producers, or live performing arts organizations operators. Okay, so this means in this category, this contains businesses that both, right, or includes those that organize, promote, produce, manage, or host live performances, and those that sell tickets to performance to live venues. Okay, so organize, promote, produce, manage, or host live performances, and those that sell tickets to performances to live venues. Okay, live performances, those for those purposes includes concerts, comedy shows, theatrical productions, or other events by performing artists. Okay, so really think about that. If that's what you do, this is primarily what you do, and there are NAICS codes that fit these particular categories. And we'll go into what this means, that this must be your main business. Organize, promote, produce, manage, and host live performances. So to meet this definition, the business must meet 3 characteristics. You must impose a cover charge through ticketing or front door entrance fees. Okay. Number 2, performers must be paid in an amount that is based on a percentage of sales, a guarantee, right, in writing or standard contract, or other mutually beneficial formal agreement. And number 3, not less than 90% of the earned revenue of the business is generated through, to the extent of related live events, cover charges or ticket sales, production fees or production reimbursements, nonprofit educational initiatives, or sale of event beverages, food, or merchandise. So you must fit into those 3 categories in order to qualify as organized, a promoter, a producer, manager, or host of live performances. Okay, so again, a summary of what this program is and how you can qualify is on the SBA's website at sba.gov. Let's talk really quickly about ticket brokers. So in addition, a live venue operator, promoter, theatrical producer, or live performing arts organization or operator includes businesses that sell tickets to the public. So an average of no less than 60 days before the date of the event, to live concerts, comedy shows, theatrical productions, or other events of performing artists. Okay, so you must be paid, right, in a percentage or based on what they previously said, that you have some contract, some writing, written agreement. Category number 2, relevant museums. This is defined under Section 273. So this is a Museum and Library Services Act. This one, I have to actually do more research about it, because there are small businesses that have small, museums and libraries, but there's specific ones under this category. And then also we're waiting on additional guidance from the SBA to make sure that we fully understand if and when you will qualify as a relevant museum. Category 3, a motion picture theater. So if you or someone operates a theater where people go to see movies, this would pertain to you. So you own or operate at least one place of public accommodation for the purpose of a motion picture exhibition for a fee. Okay, so in simpler terms, this is a movie theater. So do you own a movie theater? Do you know someone who does? Please make sure that they have access to this information. Category number 4, you are a talent representative. So you represent talent. Now I have a lot of peers that do this. So you are eligible for this grant if you are an agent or a manager that does any of the 3 of the following that I'm going to mention. As not less than 70% of its business is engaged in representing or managing artists or entertainers, so other talents. So 70% of your business must be representing or managing other artists and entertainers. Okay, including comedians. Comedians are entertainers. 2, books or represents musicians, comedians, actors, or similar performing artists, primarily at live events in venues or festivals. Okay, so again, if you represent any of these, comedians, actors, similar performing artists, primarily at live venues or festivals, right? We have a lot of festivals. If that is you, you fit this criteria. Number 3, you represent musicians, comedians, actors, or similar artists that are paid in an amount that is based on the number of tickets sold on or a similar basis. So you represent musicians, comedians, actors, or similar artists that are paid in the amount based on the number of tickets sold or on a similar basis. Okay, so just a reminder for those that are just tuning in, these are the Shuttered Live Venue Grants. You can get up to $10 million. It has to be equal to 40% of your gross revenues. Now, business requirements. I want to go over here for you today. So once it's determined that a business is a live venue operator, promoter, a producer, or the live performing arts, or that you meet this qualification, then you must meet the 7 following requirements. Okay, on top of what I just mentioned, you must meet these 7 requirements. Number 1, it must have been fully operated on or before February 29th, 2020. Okay, so if your business, you just started it in July or August or 2021, anything after February 29, 2020, you would not qualify for this particular program. Okay, you must have been in operation as of February 29, 2020 to be able to qualify. Number 2, you had gross revenue during first, second, third, or fourth quarter of 2020 that was less than 75% of what was the same quarter in 2019. So I explained earlier in some of my earlier videos that these new programs, they're very targeted to get money to those that are hardest hit. And you must be able to compare your 2019 revenues to your 2020 to be able to show the decrease that they're asking for. Okay, so for these, again, that your first, second, or third quarter of 2020 was less than 75% of what it was the same quarter in 2019. That means you need financial records. Okay. So this is not for you all, and I have to say this for every single program. It be, you had in mind to start a business. You have your tax ID. You registered with the state, but you didn't do any business in 2019. These programs are not for you. This is for those that were active in their business, and then the COVID hit, and then you had a significant decrease in revenue. That is what these programs are for. That is who these programs are for. So if that is you, you qualify for these new targeted programs that are coming out. Okay. The motion picture operators, it is open and intends to reopen for the primary purpose of public exhibition of movies. For museum operators, it is similar, right? You are open or intend to open. So for everyone, you met all the other qualifications. If you're not open, in order to get this grant, you must intend to open, and they will be able to verify that. So again, if you close and you have no intention of reopening, or you're getting ready to close your business and not wanting to reopen, this is not the grant for you. Talent representative, same thing for you. You must be currently representing, talent, or plan on resuming, those services in order to qualify for this. Okay. So number 4, the business cannot have any of the following characteristics, and it cannot be publicly traded, right? So these grants are not for if you're a publicly traded company. or you have received more than 10% of your revenues during 2019 from any federal funding in 2019, not 2020. Okay, please make sure you understand that 2020 is when COVID hit. That's when a lot of us received federal funding. And to be honest with you, a lot of us haven't, right? Especially minorities and women didn't get the federal funding. But you can get it in 2020. You can't have gotten it in 2019. Okay. Likewise, the business cannot be majority owned by or controlled by any entity with either of those characteristics. Okay, so if you independently own, if you are own 10% more interest in your company by any of those entities, you would not qualify for this program. Number 5, the business cannot have more than 2 of the following characteristics. Okay, so listen closely. You cannot have more than 2 of the following characteristics: location in more than one country, locations in more than 10 states. So locations, you cannot have locations in more than 10 states, or more than 500 employees as of February 29th, 2020. Number 6, no strip clubs. If you own a strip club, you do not qualify for this program. And number 7, this is the last one. The business cannot receive the Paycheck Protection Program loan, either round 1 or the new second round after December 27, 2020. Okay. So that means if you are applying for the Paycheck Protection Program, or if you have applied and you get funded, you cannot be funded Paycheck Protection Program and be funded the Shuttered Live Venue Grant after December 27, 2020, because that's when this new stimulus, the $900 billion, became law. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, let me know. Okay, now I want to just give you some information regarding the venue requirements and the type of venues involved in the business. As far as live venue operators, the in which the business promoters, producers, and managers or host of the events or artists that are represented must have the following characteristics: as defined performance and audience, has a defined audience and performance space. Right, a physical defined performance and audience space, mixing equipment, a public address system, and lighting ring. Okay, again, these are for performance-based, right, live venues type of businesses. So that's what they're asking. Engage in one or more individuals to carry out at least 2 of the following roles: a sound engineer, a booker, a promoter, a stage manager, security personnel, or box office manager. Okay, so you engage one or more of those, right, in those roles: sound engineer, booker, a promoter, stage manager, security personnel, or box office manager. Now, if you're in this industry, you know these terms, you know what I'm talking about, so this is not foreign to you. Okay, there are paid ticket or covered charges to attend most performances, and artists are paid fairly and do not play for free. So, if you have a space where you have artists that come in, so there's a lot of restaurants like that. You have a restaurant and you have maybe an artist come in, one night a week or however long, and you do not pay them, you do not qualify. Okay. Let's make sure that's clear. If they pay for free or solely for tips, except for fundraisers or similar charity events. Okay, that's the exception. For a venue owned by a nonprofit, the events are produced and managed by paid employees rather than volunteers. Okay, so that's the big one as well. Nonprofits, because we know a lot of nonprofits use volunteers, you must have employees, paid employees. Performances are marketing through listings in print or electronic publications, on websites, by email, or social media. So if they ask you to provide verification, which they will, these are things that are verifiable. Okay. So if you are in this industry, you should have, ads or some promotional materials, listings, and printed or electronic media publications. You should have a website, right? Publishing on a website or email or some social media platform. If you are a motion picture theater, you must have at least one auditorium that includes a motion picture screen and fixed audience seating. Okay, a projection booth or spacing containing no less than one motion picture projector, a paid ticket charge, and the movie must be marketed through Showtime listings in print or electronic publications on websites, emails, or social media. For museums, you must have indoor exhibition spaces that have been subject to pandemic-related occupancy restrictions and at least one auditorium, theater, or performance or lecture hall with fixed audience seating and regular programming. Okay? So that is the Shuttered Live Venue Grant. This is a $15 billion program. If any of that sounds like it pertains to you, again, the link to the information on the SBA website is in the description. It is in the show notes of this video, as are all other links to resources, information that we have. Again, 40%, equal to 40% of your gross 2019 revenues, up to $10 million. And this is for periods between April 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2020. Okay. This is as far as how they would be prioritized, the first 14 days and the second 14 days. Okay. The grants will be going to businesses that for the period of April 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2020 have revenues that at least were 90% of the revenues that they generated in 2019. Okay. There's also an opportunity, I said, for a supplemental grant. And as with the other SBA programs, the funds, this is not for personal use. This is for business. And so specific business related costs like payroll, rent, business mortgage, utilities, PPE equipment is covered under this as well. So again, every program has its specifics as far as what you can use the grant money for. And for those that don't know, grant money is free money that does not have to be paid back. However, at any given point in time, the grantor, which in this case is the federal government, is the SBA, the Small Business Administration, can at any time request you follow up regarding how you spent the money, and they will want to see your record. So it's important every time you're applying for grants and you are awarded a grant that you maintain all documentation, all financial records as to how you have spent the money. Okay, let me see if there are any questions here really quickly. Let me go all the way up. Hi, I see everybody coming on in. Again, let me know if you're here. If this applies to you, let me know in the comments. If you know someone who this pertains to, an entrepreneur, small business owner, tag them if you can. Again, share this with them. Yes. Okay. Yes, Amber, $10 million, up to $10 million. This grant is up to $10 million. Okay. Someone is asking me, do DJs qualify as well? Again, you have to look at the qualifications. If you're just DJing on the side, and that is not, again, you have to look at what is your main business, what are the industry codes, and if I don't think I put the industry codes in here, but I will after this live drop them in the show notes and in the comments of this video. It's important that you know whatever industry that you're in, what the industry codes are, because the SBA is asking this for it, also the Paycheck Protection Program. Yeah, there's a lot of DJs, but that doesn't mean that you qualify. Again, these are really a lot of qualifiers that you have to again go back through. So you see, I've been on here a while, going through all the qualifications, and you have to be able to show that significant of a loss. So again, if DJing is your business and you represent people or you have a venue. So I know a lot of DJs that actually have a venue, right? And then inclusive of that, they DJ. So again, assess your own situation. Go back through the video. Go through the SBA overview of the grant. Now, once it actually opens and they provide more guidance, I will be coming back on. But this is what we know based on the information that is already out. Okay. Now, just to circle back, hello, can this grant be for self-publishing authors? No, not based on the criteria that I just read off. This is a lot shuttered live venues. So these are for the performance industries that were hard hit. So you basically have to have a venue or be a promoter or operator in connection with one, or be representing talent, right? That fits into their category, right? Performance artists. So self-publishers, doesn't fit that. Okay, so let's talk really quickly about Paycheck Protection Program. Just for anyone that does not already know, Paycheck Protection Program, first round and second round applicants can apply starting January the 11th. The first few days were only open to smaller community banks like CDFIs. There is a set aside, like with all of these programs, to be able to fund the hardest hit, those that are in underserved communities, those that are in lower income, moderate income communities. But the Paycheck Protection Program applications are open. There are lenders accepting applications. We also have a program where we're accepting applications. The information will be in the comments and the show note descriptions. So you can apply with us. It is David Allen Capital. I am an independent associate with them. So we're accepting applications. Lindio is accepting applications. Divya is accepting applications. More and more lenders are coming online now that the SBA has released guidance regarding the Paycheck Protection Program. Okay, if you want more information, details on the Paycheck Protection Program, I have an entire playlist dedicated to this program. I have several videos already, walkthrough application videos, again, making it very easy so you know exactly what is being asked and what you need to put on the application. And your lender should have that form or a comparable form, right, with all the same information on an online portal. So they had to build out that technology before they even open up their portals. Okay. No, social media companies, to my knowledge, do not count. Again, you have to look at what is your main focus of business. They're looking at the percentage of your business, the percent ownership, and if you meet the criteria that I just outlined. Because social media can mean a lot of different things. So I don't want to say no. And I don't know how you're running your business and all that you do. So I go back through the video, look at the SBA's requirements and see if you qualify. Okay. So Luciana, okay, that's fine. If you're asking for yourself or someone else, it's still very important that you make sure you understand the information and what makes you eligible. And if you are eligible, then you want to definitely apply as quickly as you can. Now, again, the applications are not open because there's always someone asking me. The SBA is preparing. It is on their website. They have a hyperlink with the description. It's in the show notes, but they have not opened up the portal as of yet. But we know it's coming in a few days because it's on their website. They're acknowledging the law that passed on December the 27th, and the grants that they are rolling out that they are responsible for administering. Okay, so that's Paycheck Protection Program EIDL, the targeted EIDL loan, not loans, the grants, the targeted grants, $10,000 grants, not up to $10,000, but $10,000. I also have a playlist dedicated to this on my YouTube channel, where we'll be providing additional and regular updates on the EIDL program. These are new grants that are being made available. Targeted means that you must have 300 employees or less, experience 30% in revenue loss between comparable periods of 2019 and 2020, and be in a low income community. So I discussed what that means and how you can become eligible. Do go check out those specific videos on the economic injury disaster program. It's a loan program, but these are grants, right? EIDL came with an advance, which is a grant, is the same thing, and a loan. These targeted grants are grants, they're not a loan. So we don't know yet if they will actually just open up a separate portal for those that are applying specifically for the targeted EIDL grants, or have it in combination with the loans. We won't know that again until the SBA releases guidance and they open up their portals, because I already have a step-by-step explainer video on how to apply for the EIDL program. But if you're applying right now, you're applying for the loan and not a grant. Those that have already applied, there's no reason, no need. Please do not reapply to get a grant. You've already submitted an application, because you're going to put yourself in the back of the line, okay? And you can potentially cause delays in getting your money. The SBA will release guidance shortly. And after that, if you've already applied, they will be issuing you an email, or us an email, letting us know that we are potentially eligible for the grant to receive the balance of the $10,000 or the $10,000 that we were supposed to get under the CARES Act law that we did not. The SBA decided to only give out $1,000 per employee, W-2 employee. Okay, so that meant if you're a solopreneur, you only got $1,000. Well, this means that you will potentially get the balance thereof. That means you will get $9,000 if you got $1,000. If you're like me and you did not get any because they ran out of funding, then we would get the entire $10,000. Okay. Food venues. Again, look at the criteria. It does not say food venues, but again, you can apply for PPP. Again, you cannot be funded for the Paycheck Protection Program and the Shuttered Live Venue Grant. So again, it's best to just calculate and see which program is better for you. But if you're a live venue and you fit into this category, the grants are up to $10 million. Now, PPP is up to $2 million. PPP is a forgivable loan, so it's the grant. Once you submit all your documentation and submit your application for forgiveness. How do you know if I apply in an appropriate location? Apply for what, Kelly? Kelly Dent. I don't know. What did you apply for and in what location? Let's see if she comes back with a quote. I don't know. If you're talking about PPP, there is no incorrect location. You can apply for PPP anywhere. It's just, is the lender accepting applications? They may have restrictions on who they're accepting applications for. Now, I know Cabbage is supposed, if they haven't opened already, I haven't checked this morning, but if they haven't opened already, they're planning to reopen, but they're reopening first to provide second rounds to those they gave first round loans to. I know Square right now on their website, they said they're focusing on forgiveness of the loans that they gave out during the first round. Okay. Janisha, if you have a question, ask it. I was told by a friend of her last night that she was about to go full speed ahead to reapply for the EIDL grant and had to remind her that she already applied. Yeah, you all are too eager. You're just gonna you're just going to cause yourself so much challenges and delays, and the SBA is going to tell you that they're rejecting your application, either the first one or the second one, and it's just going to be a hot mess. Do not reapply if you have applied already. I will actually be doing, I haven't decided if I'm going to do it on Facebook or YouTube, but I'll be hosting a session probably this week or next for those that need help with the EIDL reconsideration process. I get a lot of questions about that, how to go about it, how to write an email or a letter, how to fill out the documentation that they're asking for, what documentation are they asking for, because reconsideration is their appeal process. So if you were denied the loan, you can simply request a reconsideration. You do not need to reapply, nor should you, because again, it's not going to speed up the process. It's only going to delay the process. Okay. And again, we're talking about EIDL grants and loans. If you apply for PPP, you can apply for more than apply to more than one lender and see which one you get approved with. And then once you get approved, then once you get funded, that's it. You can't get funded multiple times for PPP. But for both PPP and for EIDL, you can apply for more than one business. I have to keep saying this, more than one legitimate business. Okay, you can't just get a tax ID number and think you're in business. You have to be active. You have to have been active in your business. And I say this because I get so many questions every single day. I have multiple EINs. What does that mean? No, that doesn't mean that you qualify for this. These programs are to help businesses, entrepreneurs, gig workers, independent contractors, to help them get back to the levels they were in the activity of their business prior to COVID-19 hitting. If you weren't doing anything, if you weren't making any money or attempting to make any money in 2019, then these programs would not apply to you. I mean, I know a lot of people, I get emails every single day. Just woke up to a whole bunch of emails this morning. These are not for you wanting to start your business, or you had a business and you just weren't doing anything with it in 2018, 2019. Now you want to do something with it and get some money. This is not the program for that. If you want to know about grants, I have plenty of videos on grants. I also have the Win Grants with Ease Masterclass bundle that is now available. We had an amazing masterclass these last few Saturdays, and I have now made it available in our on-demand store. I recommend that you get it if you really want to get results as far as getting free money for your business in 2021 and beyond. The bundle is for you. You can also get our cheat sheet that is going to help you. You can go online on our website and utilize our grant tracker that lists hundreds of grants and pitch competitions to get free money for your business. Even if you're a startup, if you're a mature business, no matter what type of business you are, there are grants. These are COVID-19 related grants. There's a difference. Okay. So there's grants, no matter what type of business you have, you can get grants. Grants are free money for your business, but these COVID related grants and they're doing more vetting this time around because there was too many people that slipped through. The last time that got money that did not go to the businesses that need it. Okay. It's when you accept the PPP, when can you not apply for you can't get funded PPP and apply and get the Shuttered venue grant after December 27th, which means if you're applying right now and you get funded, you PPP, you will not get the Shuttered venue. You don't even apply. And if you haven't applied for PPP, but you're considering it and you fit in this category of live venues and operators, promoters, look over again the qualifications. If this makes more sense to you and you can get more funding through this program, this is a better option for you. Go with this option. Every business is different. Yeah, there were too many slip ups and people slipped through. And they didn't slip through. It was a lot of fraud. Let's just make it clear what it is. And then people the businesses like us that really needed it didn't get it. That's where, the reason why we have this now is because so many of us have been advocating for this, to be able to get our money, because we were supposed to get it the first rounds and did not. We were left out. And so businesses closed because of that. How many more businesses could be open right now? Did I hear you say that if you apply for PPP, you cannot get PUA? Okay, no, you didn't hear me say that, but I have said that previously. You can get the pandemic unemployment assistance is also an option available to entrepreneurs and small business owners. However, you cannot be funded PPP and be on pandemic unemployment at the same time. That doesn't mean you can't apply and get unemployment. What it means is once you're funded a PPP, you then need to suspend your unemployment, okay? Because your PPP money is your owner's compensation. That is your salary. So you can't be taking a salary and getting unemployment at the same time. That they consider that double dipping, okay? So, and let me be clear, during the 8 to 24 week period that you are using PPP, you cannot be getting unemployment. It doesn't even make sense. And I mean, you're not even getting that much of unemployment anyway. But with the new law, you are getting an additional $300 to $400 a week, which is great. But then you just compare it to your PPP calculation. If your PUA is way more, it doesn't make sense to get PPP, especially for those of you that are self-employed, right? Because those without employees, you're going based on payroll. You're not going based on your Schedule C. And just for clarification, for those that are solopreneurs, you don't have any employees, right? 1099s are not employees. You can still qualify for the Paycheck Protection Program. To verify your income and to determine the loan amount, you will need your tax return, your 2019, your Schedule C, or to get the Schedule C off the IRS website, fill it out. Even like if you didn't start your business until February 2020, okay, so then you didn't have 2019 taxes. You still have to use the Schedule C form. You still use line 31, and you divide line 31. You divided that by 12, that would give you your average monthly payroll. Then you times that by 2.5 months, because that's how much they will fund you. That is your amount. Okay. And if you in the NAICS codes of 72, then those are the restaurants, or food trucks, then you would qualify for 3.5 times your monthly payroll. That is what you use to determine if you would qualify for the PPP loan and the amount that you can get forgiven, which is you can get the full amount. The max any self-employed person can get on the Paycheck Protection Program is $20,833. That is the max. The max you can even use for salary to calculate is maxed at $100,000. If you had a negative profit, then you do not qualify for the Paycheck Protection Program, unfortunately. And that's why there are other programs. So that's why there's the pandemic unemployment. That's why there's EIDL. That's why they have more programs that are coming out that are available to you. Okay. So we have plenty of videos on that if you should need it. And we will be doing even more as well. I don't know if that's a question, Tafari, that you're asking about underemployment. Do you know any source for adult dependents who couldn't receive stimulus checks? Adult dependents under the proposed plan. If you have not seen it, I did a video on President-elect Biden's American Rescue Plan that details all the benefits under that plan, including a $1,400 stimulus check to balance out the $600 that were just given out to equal out to the $2,000. Adult dependents or those over 17 will be included. They're not currently included. Other things that you may consider, it just depends on how old you are. Every state has relief programs. I don't know your situation or if you're in with your parents, but there's tons of relief programs at your local level that are helping with rent, mortgage, utilities, childcare, food programs to allow you to be able to get access to more food. Those SNAP programs. So net income, Schedule C, divided by 12 times by 2.5. That's line 31. You can get the form on the IRS website at irs.gov. Any tax forms if you're looking for them, because I know EIDL requires some forms. They also have SBA forms. These forms you can find tax on the IRS website. Any SBA form you can find on sba.gov. Not sba.com, not sba.org, sba.gov. Okay, Florida unemployment is only $275 a week. Yeah, it's not a lot. They don't give you your 100% equal income. That's why it's great that they've added $300 a week. Now, under the new proposed plan, Biden's proposed plan, that will increase to $400. Remember back before it expired, it was $600 a week. That really helped a lot of people. And when people lost that, I mean, it was devastating. Can I advise on how to apply for an increase on the previous EIDL loan? Just call them. Call the SBA and request the increase, and they'll tell you what the next steps are. I know when I called to request an increase, that's all I did, and then they put it through to whoever would be processing it. And then it goes through the process, and then they'll eventually let you know if you qualify for the increase. So if you're denied and trying to get approved, do not reapply. If you're trying to get an increase, EIDL increase, do not reapply. Just call them and let them know that you would like to apply. You would like to get an increase, and what are the next steps? What if my monthly income increased since my 2019? I don't know the full question. Does that mean, are you asking, does that mean you qualify for this program? I'm not clear. No, line 31, not 21. Line 31 divided by 12, then times it by 2.5. And if you're a restaurant industry, then you times it by 3.5. Oh, thank you so much. Glad that you subscribed. If you have not subscribed already, do subscribe. If you find this information beneficial, do share it out. I'm going to see if I have a few more questions. Yeah. Someone is saying they need to bring back the $600 a week. But here's the thing. Unemployment is great. It only lasts so long, right? They extended the unemployment to March 31st, 2021. Okay. Now, all of you if you're an entrepreneur, small business owner, we should be, I get the unemployment that you need, but don't let that be your sole source of income. We already know how low it is. You should be trying to get as much free money out here, grant money that is available, and then working your business, leveraging it to grow your business, to get your business back to where it was pre-COVID, right? That's the whole purpose here. That's why I'm here. Not just for us to stay on unemployment, is to get access to this money. There's no reason why everybody that's viewing, if you're an entrepreneur, small business owner, as much money as that's being given to small businesses right now. I just told the class that these last 2 Saturdays, there's no reason each of you can't get at minimum $100,000. I mean, you can get that through one program. If you know what you're doing, you do it right, and you have your business in order, and you know how to submit a winning grant application. That's why we've done all the heavy lifting for you, really. Between the videos, our grant tracker, our cheat sheet, and our masterclass bundle, you should have all of those. You don't need a grant writer. Okay. And you don't need a lengthy proposal to submit. Not right now, you don't. This is for for-profits and nonprofits, startups, and those have been in business for a long time. The money is out there. They're flooding small businesses with grant money, but you can't get it if you don't shoot your shot, if you don't even know that these programs exist. And I'm talking billions of dollars. These are just a few of the programs. There's billions of dollars out there in grant funding that, I don't want you all to miss out on. There's no reason to miss out on it. And your peers, your peers are suffering, that they're on the verge of closing and giving up. Give them some hope. Share this channel, share this video, and other videos that you know that they need so that they can get up and running. We need to save small business. What if you are still waiting on an update from your first idol? A lot of us are waiting for our updates. Just stay tuned. If we hear from the SBA today, I will go live again today. I'm monitoring it throughout the day because they're supposed to be releasing guidance today, or the next couple of days. What bundle will help me with the 10th? You can see it on the screen. Our Win Grants with Ease Masterclass bundle. The link also is above our YouTube banner, and it's above on our Facebook banner. So you could just go to the link and get your bundle. Okay. That on Saturday. Oh, you're so welcome. I got $1,000 grant, but moved to low income area. No, you do not need to reapply. And for all of you all that are on here, please tell your peers again, because everybody thinks they need to reapply. Whatever we lost in 2019 should be given to us in a lump sum. But I don't know that that's going to happen. Unemployment doesn't compare to what some of us made prior. It doesn't. It doesn't at all compare. It's not even close. Unemployment is nowhere close to what we've lost in income and potential income and opportunity. All those costs. So when you're thinking about your reconsideration for EIDL, and they're telling you they're denying you because you can't show they don't see an economic loss, that's what you have to show them, right? You have to show them the lost revenues, the lost clients, the lost sales, the lost opportunity, the difference, the comparison between what you made in 2019 to 2020. I think one of my students was talking about, I had mentioned about the comparison, and in the class, I mentioned Square, okay? I get reports sent to me on a regular basis in my emails. I would recommend you all be the CEOs that you are and do the same thing. So I get reports from PayPal and Square and Stripe, right? I regularly monitor these things. And she was astounded when she went and compared her Square reports from 2019 to 2020. Significant loss, right? Significant loss. Look at your financials. Okay. How many of you all calculate on a regular basis? Let me know in the comments whether you calculate with your brain, right? Or you pull out a calculator on a regular basis to calculate costs, calculate profit, calculate your financial goals. If you're doing that, let me know in the comments. If you're not doing it, I recommend you begin to do it. Okay, Chris lost almost 50%. That's a lot. I mean, we're in this full time. I don't know about you all, but I mean, a lot of us are full time in our business. This is our sole income. And to lose 50% of that, and you still have bills coming in, you still have a family to take care of. Okay. Every single one of you all need to be going after money. If you're viewing this right now and you're not applying for grants right now, start applying for grants. If you're not ready, get ready. We provide the tools. They're available to you, just like all the other viewers and my peers that have been able to get millions in free grant money for their business. The bulk of the money is in your local areas right now. I can't say that enough. Your city is giving out money. Your county, your state is giving out money. That's just the government. That's not talking about the foundations, the individuals having grant programs, the associations and organizations in your local area, churches that might be giving out grants. I'm just talking about the government and the CARES Act grants that are giving out billions of dollars to small businesses. And a lot of you are missing out of it because you don't even know that they exist. Okay, use our grant tracker, bookmark it. Let that be your point of reference, your starting point to find grants in your local area. I mean, I've won many in my local area. I have a peer. She won $20,000 from her county in Colorado. California just closed. I think they just closed out their $500 million grant program, and they're looking to add $500 million more. Michigan has several programs, and on the 14th, they just opened up a new one. They passed a over $100 million bill in Michigan to give more Michigan businesses money. They keep passing bills to give more money. So if you're in Michigan and you haven't gotten a grant, please apply. Please. Check what are the eligibility requirements. If you're not meeting the eligibility, make a checklist. We have the checklist built into the grant track, to the cheat sheet. We have everything you need in the cheat sheet and in the bundle. Okay. But the grants are there in your local area, and a lot of you all aren't getting them. And then they still have money left over because they don't have enough small businesses that are applying. Okay. And on the grant tracker, grants that are closed, they most likely will be open. 90% of those grants, if they're closed, they reopen multiple times. They've had multiple rounds. Either they close a period, then they reopen a period, or they get more funding and then they reopen. Okay. I applied for grant and loan. They denied me the loan, but gave me $2,000 for each employee. So do I wait? Yes. And some people don't understand when you apply for the grant, you're applying for the loan. That grant is called an advance, and it is an advance on your loan. However, it doesn't mean that you have to be approved for the loan. And it doesn't mean that if you're approved for the loan that you have to accept it in order to get the grant. Okay, so many people, they didn't even get notification. They just saw the money in their bank account. Yeah, Broward County, Florida was hard hit. Yeah, Florida. I don't know what's going on with Florida. You all that are in Florida, I actually was researching yesterday. They actually launched a big grant to help with homelessness, right? So like that relief I was just talking about, rent, mortgage, that type of relief, utilities. But I'm like, where are the small business grants? Yeah, they have one in Miami. Okay, if you're in Florida, please call your representatives there and ask them where is the money, right? Call your state business development department or center and ask them what is happening what is going on to support small businesses in the state. Every state got CARES Act money. I don't know why some of these states haven't rolled out programs. That's crazy. But I always tell small businesses, be your own best advocate. I will call whoever I need to call, email whoever I need to call to make it happen. And if I don't see that we have grants here, I'm asking, where are they? Like, do you not know we're suffering here? I mean, literally, storefronts are just closed up left and right. But you have to speak up for yourself. You have more power than you know that you have. Okay. A friend of mine got a $72,000 grant from a local nonprofit. Yeah, there's nonprofits that's giving out grants. There's grants. There's just too many grants to name. There's grants all over the place. Sorry about that. The money is there. One grant, she got $72,000 from the grant. Any grant is nice, but it's not enough. We need more money. So why stop? Even if you got one grant, I didn't stop at one grant. I applied for as many as I can. It's my job to get free money from my business. Why take out a loan if you can get a grant? Now, if you need a loan, a loan can be good if you know what you're doing. It's just like with credit, right? Loans can be good. These loans, they also have good terms. So you can apply for those as well. And then just use the loans wisely. Be a good steward, whether it's a loan, whether it is somebody giving you money to invest in your business, or it's a grant. All of them want to know that you're going to be a good steward over your business and your money. And you need to be doing that. If you have any chance of getting free money for your business, or any other money for that matter. Small business, new businesses, there are grants out there, but you have to have a strong business plan. You have to show that you are serious about your business. And unfortunately, what a lot of grantors say is that they just don't see a lot of these businesses taking their business seriously. So if you don't take your business seriously, why should they? Why should they give you money? It doesn't work like that. Yes, work on your credit. Whatever you need to work on to improve, do that. And what that looks like for every business owner is different. Okay? I don't even believe in the word bad credit. Okay? Your credit just is not where it needs to be. It is a risk score. It's what they evaluate to determine if they think you're going to pay them or not. Right? How reliable are you? You can ask yourself that question. Are you a good steward? Do you pay back your on your credit cards and things like that? So if you need to improve in that area, just make the effort to improve. Take a class, hire a coach, or hire a credit repair agency, a legitimate one. I have referrals if you need them. Can any monies be given that can be used for credit? So she's asking this question. Before I close out, let me just make this clear as well. I brought this up during my class the other day. So I always say for these programs, the grant monies need to be used on business-related costs. Each grant would tell you they may be more flexible in what that means, and they may be more restrictive. What it doesn't mean is that this money is going to any personal use, okay? So it's not for you to pay your personal mortgage or to take a trip or to pay your personal bills. This is for business. However, if you have owner's compensation for Paycheck Protection Program, that is your owner's compensation, which means you should be paying yourself either by payroll or owner's draw, right? Your salary. And label it, have it properly labeled. Then once it's your salary, that's your income. You use it for whatever you would normally use it for. There's a difference, right? You pay yourself first, then whatever you spend with your income, that's what you spend with your income. But you don't spend your PPP money on personal expenses. But as far as your question about credit, and business and personal credit are two different things, right? And what you can spend it on. You can spend it on, again, depending on the program, but marketing, coaching, consultation, they're credit consultants. Is business related. Yes. Yes. Sherry, I can see you. Yes, it's important to get your DUNS number. Whatever numbers or whatever things you're doing, it's only one part of the process. Don't get hung up on one thing. Oh, I got my EIN, or I got my DUNS number, but what does that mean? And how are you leveraging whatever it is to get you to the next level in your business? It's not enough to say you have this or that and you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to leverage it. Okay. Okay, I think I preached enough. I just want all of you all to be successful out there. I want you to get your money because I know there's such a great need. We can't afford for small businesses to go out of business. Just look around when you drive down the street. If you've left your home, or the businesses that are boarded up or they're empty, or there's just a few people in there, right? So we need money. That's just what it is. We need money, and I'm showing you how to get it. I'm not like these other, shows that maybe tell you there's a grant here, there's a grant there, but they're not showing you how to get it, right? I'm showing you how to get it for yourself. All you have to do is take initiative and take action, and be committed, right? Make getting money a priority for your business. Okay. She's saying Form 7202 is now updated for 2021 and ready to print. Thank you for that information. Okay. Yeah, so there's a lot to know. We know everybody doesn't know everything. That's why we are here, and we're here to help each other. That's why sharing is caring, because you should want every one of your peers to excel in business just as you want yourself to excel in business. So again, I hope this has been beneficial for you. This has been the stimulus update for January the 18th. Stay tuned for more updates. I will be on every day to talk about a new program, because again, there are so many under this latest stimulus that you need to know about and know if you qualify, so then you can take the necessary action to apply in your business. If you have not subscribed already, do so. Hit the notification button so you know the next time I go live. Thank you all so much. Continue to be the boss with amplified impact. Continue to stay safe and in good health. Have a wonderful Monday. Bye.